Hey y'all, it's Heather Dragon. I wanted to come into this group today and talk about the nutrition portion of Country Heat. So, we all know that this program is going to be super fun with the country dancing, country music, super exciting, pumped up. We got all that, right? But we also need to take a look at this book here too, because this is the book that's going to help you get shredded and get those awesome results that you're looking for. So, Country Eat really follows the same guidelines as the 21 Day Fix. You got to open up this book and really know what you're doing in here. So if you turn first to page 4 is going to give you the breakdown on how to figure out which of these plans that you're going to be in here. Really, the only difference that I see in this part here is that once you take your weight times 11, instead of adding 400 like we do in the 21 Day Fix, we're only going to add 300. So that's really the big difference. Then you're going to get a number there. You're going to take that number and subtract 750, and that's going to be your caloric baseline there. That's what you're going to want per day. So then you're going to come over here onto this page, and we're going to figure out which plan we're going to be in by figuring out what number you got there, what bracket that would fit into. That's going to tell you how much of each of these containers that you get per day. So now we're going to get into a little bit about the containers. My containers are a bit beat up. I use them every single day, so it is what it is. These are my original ones, and they're still working. It's been, a year and a half that I've been using these. So our green container is our vegetables. A lot of the vegetables may or may not fit into the container, but it does tell you, like, for asparagus, you can get 10 spears of asparagus, and that's not necessarily going to fit into this container. So just really follow along and make sure that you're getting in veggies. This is one of the harder things that some people struggle with to get all of their veggies in. If you're drinking Shakeology, put spinach in your shake. You don't taste it. It just gives you that extra nutrients in there, and it can get rid of a green container for you. So little tip there. Make sure that you're adding that spinach to your shake to get those nutrients. Your next container is your purple container. That is going to be your fruits. Awesome time that it's summer right now. All of those fresh fruits are out there and they taste absolutely amazing. But don't forget that your pasta sauce and your salsa also fit into the purple container. Those are considered a fruit. So again, not everything's going to fit in this container. You don't have to shove an apple in here and make sure that fits, but it is also considered this purple container. All right, on to our proteins, which is our red container. This is going to be your meats, your eggs, your yogurts, your Shakeology. That all fits into this category right here. If you're going to be eating like red meat, like steaks or even chicken, make sure that you're really cutting off all of that excess fat that's on there. We don't need to be eating any of that fat. We want really, really lean meat. So even if you're doing like a ground beef, try to make sure that you're rinsing off all of that excess fat so you don't have any of that. We prefer that you use ground turkey, but I'm being realistic here, and if you need to use the beef, it's okay. You just have to get rid of that fat. All right, if you guys have any questions about this container, just let me know. And for real, like a whole can of tuna fits in here, so that's awesome. That's a lot of tuna. All right, on to the hardest one here for most people. This is our carbs one. All right, so you really have to study this page because some things that you may think are vegetables are really carbs, like your corn on the cob, peas, some of your beans and stuff would actually go into this yellow container. Your pasta, let me just show you something. You get this much pasta and this much sauce. So really, that's like a big hot mess. So what I usually try to do if I want pasta is, I don't know if you guys have ever tried spaghetti squash. You get this much and then this. So it evens out a little bit better. So there was my little tip for the day. But you can have a pancake, you can have a waffle, you can have all of those things, but it's all in moderation, guys. You know, those breads and those starches and all that stuff, that's what's going to keep the weight on. So you really have to limit those things and be very careful with your yellow container. Even your almond milk, if you're making your Shakeology with your almond milk, that is going to be a yellow container. Make sure that you're marking that. All right, healthy fats. Those go into our blue container here. This is going to be like your nuts, your avocado, hummus, things of that nature are going to go into this little blue container. And I'm pretty sure each of us get one of these a day. Cheeses, those also go into this little container here. And then on to our last container, which is your seeds and dressings, go into our little orange container here. You can make your salad dressing and just measure it out. This is a perfect way to do that. Otherwise, I get it, guys. We put on too much dressing. But this is going to really help you limit that. I like to eat sunflower seeds, so that's another thing that I use for that container. Olives, you can get olives, and I mean, you get 10. That's a lot of olives if you like those. So that's other things that you can have. Also on this page is also going to be your teaspoons, which is your extra virgin olive oil if you're going to cook with that, your peanut butter, your nut butters, walnut oil, flaxseed oil, things like that are all in those teaspoons. So make sure that you're really counting everything that you're cooking with, because sometimes we throw extra stuff in that we may not think about and we run into some trouble. So substitutions, you can have wine on this program if anybody's wondering, but guess what container that's going to take? That's going to take a yellow container. If you want to have cow's milk, that's also going to be a yellow container. Some people like to have milk with their dinner, and that's okay as long as you count it on your program. They're trying to not get you to eat these things every single day of the week. They only want you to have these about 3 to 4 times a week. So try to limit the things that are on this list. The almond milk, coconut water, coconut and fresh fruits and juices, things like that are all on here. There is little treats. Then they break down the treats on containers, what you can have. You can have popcorn. You can have chocolate, things like that. Those are okay in moderation. Your freebie stuff, you can have all the water in the world that you want. Please drink at least half of your weight in ounces for water. It's very important to keep your metabolism going, and it's very important to clean out your system. You can also have, let's see, this is the water bar. A lot of things that you can add into the water bar. You also get to have like mustard. So anything that you really put ketchup on, I would try switching that quickly as you can over to mustard or hot sauce. You can have hot sauce. You can have green onions, seasonings, lemon or lime juice as long as you're not adding sugar to it, vinegars, flavor extracts. Those are really good to put into your shakes too. I use a lot of vanilla extract or caramel extract, things like that, especially in the cafe latte. So those are all freebies. So take advantage of those too. And then it goes through, there's a whole bunch of recipes in here. If you guys are getting bored of eating the same old things, go through and check out the recipes that are listed in here. Lots and lots and lots of stuff that you guys can put into your belly. One other thing I wanted to mention too, and it's Pinterest. If you go on to Pinterest, there is a ton of recipes in there, and they break it down container by container. Some of them aren't as accurate as we would like them to be, so just, be mindful. Use your judgment. You're going to know after a while how to work these containers and how much of each food, by eyeballing. And I do eyeball sometimes, but after a while I end up noticing that my portions are bigger because my eyes are just a little bit more hungry or whatever it may be. So I always break these back out. They're always right on my counter in my kitchen. Everybody can see them. Everybody knows in my family what they're for and how to use them. So if you guys have any other questions about how to use Country Eat, this is like going to be your Bible for the next 30 days, guys. We have to go by this if you want to get results, okay? All of those test group people, they had to follow this like it was their Bible. So make sure that you're using this every day. One more thing I wanted to mention was the restaurant food page. If you guys are out, you're not sure what you can order, what you can have, this breaks it down for you. So just check this out before you're headed out the door to eat. We don't expect you guys to give up every single thing in your life, but you guys have made a commitment to wanting to make changes for yourself. So this is really a way to make sure that you're eating correctly to get the results that you want. You can exercise all day long, guys, but if you're not eating correctly, your results are going to be diminished. It is what it is. So again, I'm Heather Dragon. I am one of the coaches in this group, and you guys can feel free to reach out to me. Just put that little @ sign in front of my name, and I will get an alert that you have a question or whatever it is. And I can't wait to see everybody dancing next week. This is going to be so much fun. You guys have a wonderful evening and take care.